who was putting the initial pressure on. England now have to try and get out, and that's just a loose ball up. Robertson, well, there is that question about how close were the defenders. Yesterday in a couple of the men's games.
This is going to be a fun one to break down. So it's an aerial out of the backfield. When we expand the view a little bit, the intended receiver of this pass, which is not part of the rule, but this is where the pass was intended to go, to a midfielder sitting around the 23-meter line. Back it up just a little bit. There is an interception right here, which means that there is no initial receiver on this pass. As the ball is dropping, there are two opposing players who are converging on the receiving area. Although it's tempting to think, because there's such a long trajectory of this ball coming down, that now we have an initial receiver here. That isn't the case. Players can't be expected to respond to deflections and accidental plays of the ball. The aerial pass rule is intended to preserve the safety of players and encourage intentional, skillful passes of the ball in the air. This is not one of those cases. The interception was attempted, the ball was mishandled, and as the ball drops into this area, it's up to all the players now to play safely. But there is no initial receiver who is entitled to the 5-meter space. The players converge, and although they do so safely, this player here commits some kind of foul. It could have been a foot, or it could have been a stick obstruction here, and Scotland is awarded the ball. The Scottish player was quite aggrieved that she didn't receive anything more for the breakdown. However, this doesn't merit anything more than a bog standard free hit. The notion of interceptions has introduced some real nuance into the way that we process aerials. So it's worthwhile going through these scenarios, breaking them down, and developing your understanding of when an initial receiver's 5-meter space should apply and when it should not.